Hello everyone, I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel. This is Monty and you're watching Mystic Sorceress. So today I will be doing a short pick card reading, and the topic of this reading will be something specific, of course. But before I share the topic with all of you, I would like to talk about um, Pitra dosh. Okay, why? Because I feel that many of you are struggling in your life. You actually do not know why there is a very slow growth in your life, or if you have been struggling in your relationship or experiencing delay in marriage, or no, unable to find right kind of a partner. You might feel that this is happening because of some other reason, but for many of you I feel there is a need for you to uh, do something about your pitra. So pitra माने our ancestors. Okay, so जिसको बहुत लोग पुरुष भी कहते हैं, पित्र पित्र बोला जाता है, एंसेस्टर्स बोला जाता है। तो क्या होता है कभी कभी कि पितृ दोष अगर बहुत लोगों के लाइफ में रहती है, या फिर कोई आपका पितरा जो है वो कहीं ना कहीं सफर कर रहे हैं, या कहीं ना कहीं उनका कोई दोष है जिसके वजह से आपके लाइफ में भी उसका प्रभाव रह रहा है, इन्फ्लुएंस रह रहा है। दैट मीन कहीं ना कहीं अगर आपके एंसेस्टर्स के कोई भी अगर कर्मा की वजह से आपके लाइफ में इफेक्ट्स है, हो सकता है प्रोलॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ फाइनेंशियल ब्लॉकेजेस, प्रोलॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ हार्डशिप, प्रोलॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ स्ट्रगल इन रिलेशनशिप, और बहुत लोगों के केस में एक पावरलेस फील करना। ठीक है, बहुत लोगों के केस में सुइसाइडल फील करना, और आपको पता नहीं है कि क्यों आपको ऐसा फील होता है। पर कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि आपके एंसेस्टर्स के भी ये सेम पैटर्न रह चुके हैं, और वो चीज उन्होंने शायद वो हील नहीं कर पाए, और वो कैरी फॉरवर्ड हुआ है, वो आप अननोइंगली अपने डीएनए में वो आप कैरी कर रहे हो। ओके, और एक चीज क्या है कि अगर आपका कोई पितृ दोष या पितरा कोई है जो आपसे कहीं ना कहीं वो सफर कर रहे हैं, या उनको अ, या उनको आपके पितराज को मोक्ष की प्राप्ति नहीं हो पाई है, या उनके दोष की वजह से आपके लाइफ में कोई हार्डशिप आ रही है, तो बहुत लोगों के लाइफ में मुझे लग रहा है कि पितृ दोष का इफेक्ट है। ओके, कहीं ना कहीं आपके पितराज चाहते हैं कि आप उनके लिए कुछ प्रेयर्स या कुछ ऐसा करो, ताकि वो चीज उनको भी हेल्प करे, राइट। और बहुत लोगों के केस में यहाँ पे एंसेस्ट्रल कर्मा भी हो सकता है, क्योंकि मुझे बहुत ज्यादा ही एक अर्ज आ रही थी इस टॉपिक पे बात करने के लिए, और कहीं ना कहीं पितृपक्ष भी चल रहा है। सो इस टाइम पीरियड में आपके एंसेस्टर्स के लिए अगर आप कुछ करते हो, एक अच्छे से एक श्रद्धा वाले भाव के साथ, ओके, एक डिवोशन के साथ, इफ यू डू सम काइंड ऑफ डोनेशन, ओके, आप डोनेट कर सकते हो। जो भी आप लोग हैं जो गरीब है, ओके, और उनको कुछ खाना खिलाना, राइट। एंड मेक श्योर अगर आप कुछ खिला रहे हो या कुछ दान कर रहे हो, वो व्हाइट कलर का अगर हो, राइट, व्हाइट कलर की चीजें डोनेट करना। अगर कोई बर्ड्स है, बर्ड्स को कुछ चावल खिलाना, व्हाइट कलर की चीजें आप अगर खिलाओ, ठीक है। अगर डॉग्स हैं, स्ट्रीट डॉग्स हैं, कोई भी जानवर है, उसको व्हाइट कलर की चीजें खिलाना, हो सकता है रोटी, हो सकता है चावल। ओके, आपका जो भी कैपेसिटी है, ओके, आपके कैपेसिटीज के अंदर कुछ भी आप कर सकते हो, एक श्रद्धा वाले भाव से आप करना, और इस इंटेंशन के साथ आप करना कि ये एक आपका जो है एक सेंस ऑफ सर्विस के साथ आप चीजों को कर रहे हो। मतलब आपका इंटेंशन में एक सेंस ऑफ सर्विस होनी चाहिए, एक जेन्युइन लव एंड केयर होना चाहिए, उस श्रद्धा भाव से आप चीज़ों को करना। और एक सिंपल चीज़ें आप कर सकते हो, क्योंकि मैं बहुत इंटेंशन में मानती हूँ, आई बिलीव इन इंटेंशन. I believe that if your intentions are very much powerful, you do not really need to do any big rituals. One powerful intention, and if you uh, pray with that intention, it works a lot. Okay, so I feel that what you can do every day, okay, जितना दिन अभी पितृपक्ष का बाकी है, every day you can do a small prayer, right? You can do a small prayer anytime in a day, that okay, ask for forgiveness to your ancestors, okay, if they are not happy because unknowingly you did something, unconsciously you did something that annoyed them. Or sometimes we when we face certain kind of struggle, hardship, we blame our ancestors, right? Maybe you are blaming your parents, that because of them you're suffering, because of other people you are suffering, or your grandparent did not do this, did not do that. If you are not doing it consciously but unconsciously you feel the reason of your suffering because you do not have generational wealth. This is a specific message for many of you. Okay, so unconsciously you are minimizing your ancestors effort. You need to understand the fact that wherever you are right now, okay, and whatever you have right now, your ancestors did something, and that is why you exist. We all make certain mistakes, okay. You can also tell me that, Himonti, you know, you could have done this, but you could have uh, improved this thing. There is no limitation how better we can do. We sometimes get annoyed with our parent and we tell them that they could have behaved this way, they could have done it better. I know, but the fact is, wherever we are right now, okay, we are actually in a better place. I understand somebody might tell me that, you know, my ancestors had generational wealth, but somebody did something and we lost it. Now I'm struggling. I understand. I can also understand. But maybe in that cases, you need to consider you have better health, okay, or you are emotionally stable, or you are alive. That is also coming from certain kind of blessings. So during this period, you need to ask for forgiveness to your ancestors. There are pitras you know, there are pitras you do not even know. You never have heard about them. Okay. And you know, when I read about generational trauma, I understand that even if you have never heard about that ancestors, you do not really know why certain issues keep on reoccurring in your life, because it is coming from some ancestors of yours, and maybe they did not heal that, and you are carrying that pattern. So during this Pitrapaksh, okay, you ask for forgiveness to your ancestors. It doesn't really matter who they are, okay. You put an intention that I ask for forgiveness to my ancestors. If consciously or unconsciously my action, my behavior hurt them, I ask for forgiveness. With that, you also pray to the universe. Or if you are Hindu watching this particular video, you can pray to Narayan, okay, that hey Narayan, or hey universe, I request that you give peace, moksha, assist our ancestors wherever they are. Okay, if they are struggling, if they are suffering, I pray for their um, forgiveness. I pray that they receive peace, they they get moksha. Assist my ancestors. ओके, तो कहीं ना कहीं एक आपके एंसेस्टर्स जो भी है उनके सदगति के लिए, उनके पीस के लिए और उनके शांति के लिए यू प्रे फॉर इट. ओके, and you can also pray to the universe that whatever happened, or even if they did certain kind of mistakes, you, on behalf of your ancestors, you are asking for forgiveness. You are asking and praying to the universe that universe give them peace and moksha. Okay, so you can do this, and intentions is very much powerful. And make sure you ask forgiveness to your ancestors first. Say them that you are grateful because you exist. Okay, and I know sometimes we carry certain kind of resentment, but I would tell you, if you want to free from certain kind of suffering, financial suffering, delay in marriage, problem, persistent problem in your relationship, and you have observed the same pattern in your parents' life, in your grandparents' life, you need to understand if the same repeating pattern is appearing in your life as well, it is coming from your generational trauma. Okay, it is coming from your ancestral trauma. If you have observed that your uh, grandparent, your parents always cribed about money, okay, and you are also experiencing certain kind of situation where you are complaining about you have less money, okay, and no matter how much effort you put, the constant financial struggle is there. You need to understand it is coming from your ancestors, and this is the high time you need to do something so that you can come out of it. And Pitrapaksh is a very powerful time period because this is the time period when we uh, do ancestral healing, when we focus on um, clearing our Pitra dosha. So you can do this simple thing. Pray to your ancestors, ask for forgiveness. Also pray to universe, pray to Lord Narayan that forgive your ancestors and help them, um, and assist them, give them moksha, okay, and ask for forgiveness on behalf of them. Also, this is the one prayer. You make a note of the um, detailing that I just told you. And second is donation. Okay, feed the bird, feed the animal, feed the poor. Based on your abilities, you can also donate clothes and try to give uh, clothes of white color. Try to feed uh, foods which are in white color, okay, during this period. And if you are an Hindu watching this particular video, you can also listen or chant this particular prayer called uh, Om Namo Narayana. Okay, and this is a very powerful prayer. Okay, very simple. And when you chant this particular prayer or you listen to this particular prayer, you hold an intention in your mind that you are asking for uh, moksha of your ancestors. Okay, you put an intention in your mind that if you are struggling because of some sort of pitra dosh, you ask to Narayan so that he can free you, break free you from those dosha, from those traumas. Okay, so intentions are very much powerful. This is the thing you can do. Okay, if you are not Hindu watching this video, you do not need to worry about this particular prayer. So prayers are actually words, okay, and we do it with lots of vow. So even if you only pray using certain affirmation, what I told you before, that will also work powerfully. Your intentions are important. Okay, so that is it, and please do it uh, during this Pitrapaksh, and I feel that it will help you. Do it consistently. Okay, repetitively you do it, because when we do certain things on repetition, it shifts our energy, because our subconscious um, get programmed. Okay, and even if you are asking for a, a healing, or you want yourself to heal any ancestral trauma, okay, this repetition will help you clear all those patterns. Okay, so that you understand what is your pain, what is you are carrying unconsciously, which is not your pain. So what happens is, you know, many of us unknowingly we carry certain kind of fear, we feel in a certain kind of way, but the when we deep dive into the pain, we understand we there is no logic that why we feel that way. But when we do certain ancestral karma healing, we understand that one of our ancestors, or maybe three of our ancestors went through a certain kind of pain. That is why they had this trauma. But even if we have not experienced that pain, we are still carrying that trauma. We still respond the same way. Why? Because even if they do not exist right now, this is a confirmation, okay? uh, in the earth plane, that energy is still in our DNA. You understood? So that is why during this Pitrapaksh, you can do that. It will help you a lot. Okay, you will understand what is your pain, what is your karma, and what is uh, not your part. Okay, but you unconsciously have been carrying that trauma, but it is not yours. This baggage is not yours. So you will be able to release all those baggages which is not yours, but बोलते हैं ना कि you have inherited that baggage. Okay, it is not yours. They went through a certain struggle, and you are still carrying that fear, that memory inside your body. Okay, so you will be able to differentiate and release all those baggages which is not yours to carry, right? So let's we start with the reading. So here are two piles. This is pile number A and this is pile number B. Two crystals, right? Whichever crystal is pulling your attention, you can select that crystal, and if you have done your selection, you can quickly check in the description. The timestamp is given there. You can start watching your video, and make sure you only pick what is matching with your situation and leave the rest. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so every time I upload a video, you get notified. And if you wish to book one-to-one session, you can reach out. My WhatsApp number is given in the description. I will now start with file number A. So file number A, if you have selected this particular crystal, this is going to be your reading. So file number A, the topic of this reading is what ancestral karma you need to heal. So I feel pile number A, no matter how powerful people perceive you, okay, people might perceive you are a very strong persona, you are very rough and tough, very bold, but deep down you know how much powerless you feel. Okay, you could have this tendency that you experience certain kind of panic attacks, anxiety. You always expect the worst case scenario, and deep down there are a lot of negative self-talk that absorbs you. Okay, you feel powerless, you deep down feel helpless many times, but you show up in certain way that people think that, oh, the man of the house has appeared, now we can depend on them. You could be a female, you could be a man, but no matter who you are, whenever you enter into a room, or if it is about your friend circle, if it is about your relatives, your family member, they rely upon you. They feel that you are a very strong persona, but deep down you feel how much helpless you feel. And the problem is, you are the one who gives shoulder to everybody, but when you feel powerless, helpless, you hardly let people know about your weakness. Okay, so your ancestors is telling you this pattern, this powerlessness, this helplessness you often feel in case of your finances, in case of your relationship. This feeling of helplessness, this feeling of I am a victim, I am powerless, is coming from your past. This is not your pattern, but you have inherited this pattern from your ancestors. This is your pattern, of course. Sorry for my words, because you have inherited this trauma from your ancestor, that helplessness, that powerlessness. Maybe one of your ancestors, you might not even know them, they had to go through certain kind of struggle, and even if their situation improved, but that mental struggle, that subconscious pattern of helplessness was still there. They did not heal from it. Okay, they have done something where they were very they had to survive. Okay, one of your ancestors could have experienced certain kind of financial struggle, or they did certain kind of labor work. Okay, you might know them, you might not know them. They might not be alive, they might not be alive when you uh, took birth, but that pattern you are still carrying in your DNA. So even if your situation have improved, but you always worried about what if I again need to face that same financial struggle. So you always want to control your finances. You always want to control how your career should unfold. You always want to control how your business should unfold. And this pattern, this need for control is coming from the survival uh, trauma. When one of your ancestor, आपके जो भी पूर्व पुरुष है, one of your ancestors had to fight for their survival, but even if that requirement is not there, अभी आपको survival की जरूरत नहीं है, but that pattern is still there. Even if your situation has improved, but you still react or respond in the same way, your emotional pattern is still uh, the same. You often feel helpless. See this lady, even if, see, there is no threat, but this lady is caught up in her mental trauma. Maybe something happened in the past, but now situation has improved, but still this lady feels paralyzed, helpless. For many of you it is related to some kind of career. For many of you it is related to some kind of relationship, but this pattern of helplessness is still there. You often feel helpless, you often feel hopeless. एक सेल्फ पिटी मोड में आप चले जाते हो, और ये आपके एंसेस्टर्स से आ रहा है, एंड योर एंसेस्टर्स आर टेलिंग यू दैट this is the high time you need to heal yourself, and when you heal yourself you will also heal the lineage of yours. Okay, and you will also stop this pattern here, you will also break this survival mode here, and your next generation will not have this trauma. Okay, I also feel for many of you there is a strong message that you need to come out of that need for security. Somebody is very much caught up in their security, that you are not taking risk. Somebody is an amazing entrepreneur, is an amazing business man, but they are so much fixated on their monthly security, that either you are choosing some sort of job which promise you certain kind of monthly salary, that you are not allowing your hidden potential to come out. Okay, I'm getting a strong message that somebody from this pile number A, you are a born entrepreneur. Maybe your entire lineage carry this particular uh, entrepreneurship mentality, that is in your DNA. But because you experience certain kind of uh, poverty or financial struggle, you are struggling to let go this need for security. So somebody needs to come out of their employee mindset. If you really want to pursue your dream business, you need to come out of your employee mindset. You need to have the courage to invest on your dream project, on your business. If you are thinking again and again before investing into your business, you are kind of acting as an employee mindset, acting from an employee mindset. And I'm not belittling anyone, but what I'm trying to tell you, we all need safety and security. Of course, it is important, but I feel pile number A, you have that kind of safety and security. I also feel that you need to let go this pattern, that fixation on security, fixation on safety. This is blocking you. Okay. And I also feel that somebody needs to come out of an situation. uh, for someone, it could be a situationship or a relationship which is not offering you what you deserve, but you're choosing that connection because you feel this is the best you can have, and because of your comfort zone, you feel you know them, you feel that this is what makes you feel safe, and that is why you are settling for less. So your ancestors is telling you that let go that survival mindset, come out of this survival mode and declare to the universe that I'm letting go the need to settle for less. So somebody is settling for less in their relationship, in their family life, in their career as well. Okay, 8-7. You need to learn to have faith on universe that all of your needs will be met. So lot of root chakra energy. This particular crystal is associated with root chakra. So I feel that many of you are healing some sort of childhood trauma. You saw your parents struggling for finances, or you experienced some kind of financial struggle, or you saw some sort of relationship struggle, and you are healing from this trauma. So your ancestors is telling you, make sure you do not make the same choice again. Okay, because our choices created our destiny. Whatever choice we make, that creates our destiny. It is not uh, written in our stars. There are many possibilities for future. There is not only single possibility, there are multiple possibilities of future. Based on what action you take, that decides which future possibility you are going to manifest. So pile number A, come out of your survival mode, that helplessness, that powerlessness, and observe when you feel helpless. What situation triggered your helplessness, powerlessness? You feel that there is no help. Universe will not take care of you. When you feel this way, when you feel that you are alone or you need to make things happen and there is no higher power, and this constant need for control is coming from lack of trust on universe, lack of trust on yourself. And you need to understand these tendencies, this pattern of thoughts, this emotional pattern you have inherited from your ancestors, because you need to heal it and heal your entire lineage. You need to break this pattern so that your next generation do not have this. So this is the pattern you need to heal, and your ancestors is guiding you that come out of this survival mode so that you can thrive in your life, in your relationship, in your finances, okay, and in your health, in every area of your life. So if you want to come out from survival mode and switch to thrive mode, you need to heal this pattern. So pile number 8, this was your reading. I hope you found it helpful. If it is resonated with your situation, let me know in the comment, like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next. Bye. Hello, 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 pile number B. If you have selected this particular crystal, this is going to be your reading. So, lot of root chakra healing is happening for both the pile, because both crystals I picked unconsciously, both are crystals associated with root chakra. So, yeah. So, lots of trauma you people are healing right now. And pile number B, what ancestral karma you need to heal. Okay. And this is pattern of abuse. Okay. Pattern of abuse, pattern of control, manipulation, addiction, and obsession. Obsession, addiction, same bucket. And that pattern of codependency. Okay. All these things are interrelated. That abuse. Okay. If you have certain history of abuse, if you know what abuse is, many people do not know what abuse is, because abuse is so common that people often think abuse is normal. But pile number B, that if you have selected this particular crystal, I am certain that you have a history of abuse. You do not even know what abuse is, maybe, or if you are aware that yes, certain kind of abuse is happening in your life, in your family, or your parent dealt with that, and now they are knowingly or unknowingly abusing you, trying to control you, or certain kind of manipulation happening in your family or with you. Here, your ancestors are guiding you that you break free from this pattern of abuse. Okay, many of you could be a cycle breaker of your family. Okay, or you could be someone who has that certain inclination towards personal development or healing. Okay, the stars cards also talk about many of you could be a healer, light worker, or you could have this in pull towards spirituality, because many of you is a cycle breaker of your family. You took that responsibility to break unhealthy patterns of your family. Many of you are doing a lot of healing work, or you will be doing a lot of healing work, right? So the devil card talks about a history of control, a history of manipulation, a history of abuse. Parent unconsciously emotionally blackmailing their child so that their child listen to that parent, and they call it love. So if you have experienced certain kind of situation, your ancestors is telling you that learn to assert healthy boundary between you and your parent, between you and your spouse. You need to learn to assert boundaries, healthy boundaries with everybody, that what you will allow, what you will not allow. Many of you could have this pattern of people pleasing. Okay, people pleasing. Why? Because when you observe certain kind of control in your family, or you have experienced that there could be family member who has that uncontrollable anger. Okay, they are dealing with anger issues, or they are someone um, who react abruptly, or people around them always trying to please them, that everybody has to work on eggshells so that that person do not get triggered, so that that person do not create chaos, so that that person do not start arguing, do not throw tantrums. If somebody around you has this sort of um, tendencies, characteristics, then that person has a abusive pattern. Okay, that person has this pattern of manipulating others, uh, or controlling others. And why? I'm not telling they are the villain. They were victim one side, and now they are repeating the same torture with others unknowingly. So there is a famous line, often the tortured become the torturer. Okay, so I don't want you that you categorize them as a villain, because if you categorize them as a villain, you will start hating them, and unconsciously you will become that. This is a law that what you hate you become. I don't want you to become that. That is why I want you to understand why they behave in a certain way. And you need to become aware that what you will allow, what you will not allow. They have unknowingly inherited that illness. And you need to understand, even if they are your parent, they are very close loved ones, there could be your partners, whether you will allow that same illness affect you. You need to understand that, differentiate the sin from the sinner. We do not have any fight with the sinner. We do not have any fight with that person. We have that fight with that mindset. Okay. So even if that person is your loved ones, even if that person is your family member, your parent, I don't want you to hate them. I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you, that become very much aware of their tendencies, their mindset. That is harming you. So that is why you need to understand, differentiate the sin from the sina. Then Navratri is coming, right? So we worship Ma Durga, that she is the Mahishasur Mardini. So that Asur, in our society, Asurs are actually not people. They are the certain kind of consciousness, certain kind of mindset. Okay, so Asur actually that mindset of us that wants to control other people for our own benefit, that actually wants to manipulate others so that we can make others do what we want. So you need to understand that, whether you will allow that person manipulate you, or this time you take your power back and differentiate what is respect and what is self respect. So sometimes what happens is, if these kind of people are very close to us and they are our elders, we often forget that thin line between the respect and the self respect. So here a strong message coming for many of you. You need to have a healthy boundary so that you do not give your power to that person, and do not entertain any sort of control, manipulation, abuse in the name of love and respect. Okay, so pile number B, you have responsibility. If you know that you are a healer, or you are someone who is cycle breaker of your family, you need to break free this pattern of abuse. This is your responsibility, and you had signed certain kind of soul contract that you will break free uh, from this pattern, and your next generation will live a better life. Okay, many of you, if you know that you have certain tendencies of addiction, not necessarily you have to be an addict of alcohol or smoke. You could have uh, an addictive behavior. Maybe whatever uh, you may become very addictive to your partner, obsessive to your partner, that this is your need for your survival. This person is needed for your survival. If they don't exist, you don't exist. This is also a pattern of obsession and addiction. Sometimes people become very addictive to reading. Any sort of addiction is unhealthy because that creates imbalance. If you have this tendency that you become very addictive to your work and you call it passion, okay, you need to understand too much of addiction, too much of obsession, too much of workaholic tendencies actually create imbalance in your life. Or if you become too obsessed, possessed with materialistic obsession. So not everybody will have all the same tendencies because it is a collective reading. You need to reflect what kind of tendencies you have, and this is coming from your ancestors. Maybe your parent has this tendency that they become very obsessed with their children. They think their children are their source of survival. And what happens is when their children start taking different action, or they want to live their life the way they want, that trigger your parents. So your nobody should be your source of survival. That you will only feel good if they behave in a certain way. That is codependency. You depend on that person's. So this pattern, this need, this codependency, that when you only have a person in your life, you will feel good. Or if a certain person behave in a certain way, that is when you feel good. Or for many of you, it could be something that if your career is going well, or you have certain kind of earning, then only you feel good. If at certain point that money that you are earning, it is not there, or for this particular month you earned a less amount of money, or for 1 or 2 months there is no work, or there is certain drop in your business, you go to that depressive zone, that you stop living your life. Then all this pattern shows that you have certain kind of codependency. Your happiness depends on external matters. Your happiness depends on other people, money, your career success, fame. This is what makes you slave. Devil card talks about any sort of slavery, any sort of obsession, any sort of addiction, be it money, be it a person, you feel this person is needed for your survival, that they are the source of your happiness. You need that person to be happy. These are addiction, these are obsession, and if you call it love, this is more of an attachment. Does it mean that this particular relationship does not have the potential to become something fulfilling, or does not have the potential uh, to become a loving relationship? No, you need to let go that attachment, which is making you slave in the situation, or giving you that feeling that you are helpless. If they don't exist, you should not exist. Somebody could have a pattern of suicidal. I got this two things very common, and all these patterns, obsessive addictive pattern, that need for control, that possession, manipulation, abuse, it's coming from your ancestors, and your ancestors wants you to break free from and practice certain kind of detachment, be it in your relationship, be it in case of money. You need to understand that this is not defines you. You will be taken care of no matter whether that person exists, whether there is less money or more money. And when you understand that law of detachment, you will naturally attract what you are, and you do not need to give that effort. Everything will happen effortlessly. If you are experiencing certain kind of struggle, that is happening because of this unconscious trauma. Your ancestors is telling you break free from it. Somebody's parent has this tendency to control or blackmail, emotionally blackmail their child, so that their child listen to them. Okay, somebody's parent could be an attention seeker, and you need to understand that you do not repeat the same pattern. Okay, or go and reflect within. Do you have this tendency that um, you try to control other people or behave in a certain way so that they listen to you, they do what you want them to do? Do you have certain kind of possession that if your close friend or your partner, they hang up with other people, that threatens you, that makes you feel jealous? All these tendencies are possession, and it is affecting you. It is leaking your pran shakti, it is leaking your life force energy. But you can break free from it. Your ancestors are encouraging you that if the common thing is, if you have certain fear related to your finances, you often worry about your finances, you need to heal your pattern of codependency, that whether your happiness depends on money, your happiness depends on your career success, and this is actually uh, holding you back from doing your best work. When we are so much worried about how much money we are going to earn, whether you will be able to pay bills, whether our work will get appreciation, our entire focus goes to outcomes, and we often stop ourselves from taking action, and our entire focus goes to the result, which actually affects our work. So here your ancestors is guiding you. Do some certain journaling, pile number B. Okay, watch this video and rewatch this video. Okay, my videos are very informative, I'm telling you that, and rewatch this video, and take note on a piece of paper and go within, sit alone, reflect what tendencies you have in your life. These will be the tendencies. ये आपके dominant characteristics में नहीं होगा, पर ये आपके tendencies में होगा. ओके, अ सटल एनर्जी में होगा आपका, बहुत सटल आपको फील होता है jealousy when your parent, your partners, or your close friends hang out with others. A subtle way में you will feel this energies. Okay, because unconscious energies are it is your shadow self. वो dominant नहीं होगा, subtle way में होगा. Okay, and every time when you spend money, how will you feel? Do you feel that lack? Do you feel that fear that, oh my god, I am running out of money? Okay, all these things are coming from your dependency on money. Okay, you become so attached that you struggle to uh, let go that thing. And if you do not learn that detachment with money, you will struggle in your finances, because law of money is that you need to learn certain detachment with money. Because if you try to hold back your money, it will run faster. Okay, Lakshmi is actually chanchal. You need to allow it to flow. So when you practice detachment, it naturally flows, and your that flow actually grows in your life. So pile number B, this is a very deep reading. After listening to this particular reading, you might feel drained, you might feel very exhausted or tired. That means this reading did certain kind of healing. Okay, so drink a lot of water and take your time, and whenever you get time, sit alone, rewatch this video, make a note whatever I mentioned, and reflect what kind of tendencies you have in your life, how you behave, what are your emotional response. It could be subtle, but do not ignore it. Right, write it down. Journaling is the very powerful technique that makes you become aware of your patterns. And once you become aware, this is the first step of your healing, right? So pile number B, I would also tell you that you can write a letter to your ancestors. Okay, after you figure out these are the tendencies that you also have. Okay, so you can write a letter to your ancestors that uh, you have inherited this particular tendencies from your ancestors, but now you want to you are ready to break free from it, and you declare to the universe that I am releasing all this ancestral pattern, and ask for divine intervention. I am free from this pattern of obsession. I'm free from this pattern of addiction. I'm free from this pattern of manipulation. I'm free from this pattern of control. So sorry, I'm free from this pattern of control, or I'm free from this pattern of abuse, or entertaining abuse in the name of love. Okay, so pile number B, if you do not know what abuse is, I would quickly tell you a short answer. So it is a very deep thing. I would create a video on abuse. So abuse is something sometimes we experience from our parent. Okay, let's say you have made a different choice. You told your parent, this is what I want to do, but because you decided a different option, your parent start shaming you, start arguing with you that no, you should not do it, you are selfish, you did not think about us, or they make you feel guilty for choosing certain kind of lifestyle, or for making certain kind of decision. Okay, sometimes they uh, change their behavior, they uh, punish you, they give you silent treatment. Okay, they make you feel guilty, they make you feel a victim, they make you feel like the reason of their suffering is you, they are unhappy because you made certain choices. All these things fall into a bucket of abuse. They do it because nobody taught them what is right, what is wrong. They do this because somebody did the same thing with them, and they call it they are concerned about you, they call it they love you. Okay, so if you experience certain kind of influence, this is abuse. Okay, and I will create a content on abuse so that you people become more aware, more educated on what abuse is, so that you do not entertain abuse. Okay, so love your parent, but do not entertain any unhealthy behavior in the name of love. It could be your parent, it could be your partner as well, it could be your friends as well. They might make you responsible for their happiness. You need to understand uh, what is healthy and what is unhealthy. Love them, but do not entertain any unhealthy behavior. Okay, and this is how you also teach them that what is right for them and what is not right for them, right? तो शोषण में और प्यार में अंतर करना सीखें, क्योंकि बहुत लोगों को शोषण में और प्यार में अंतर नहीं समझ में आता है. तो माय वर्क इज टू एडुकेट यू, सो यू ऑल्सो बिकम अवेयर कि आप भी शोषण कर रहे हो कि आप जेन्युइनली प्यार कर रहे हो किसी से भी. Okay, so this was your reading pile number B. I hope you found it helpful. If you found it helpful, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so every time I upload a video, you get notified. And stay aware. Live a life of awareness. Okay. If you wish to book one-to-one session, you can reach out. My WhatsApp number is given in the description. Always remember, you create your future by making informed choices. Right? So I will see you next. Bye.